I am the only movie reviewer, I think, on the internet that has actual boxing gloves. So yeah, I'm going to use them in the thumbnail first because why not? I'm the only reviewer who actually has them. I like that. So yeah, let's review Creed 2. Let me get that off. Turn this off. That is embarrassing.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter.
When I stepped in that ring, it wasn't all about me.
Creed 2! Yeah. I don't know why I'm acting all excited. Wait, I should be. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know, it's a sequel to Creed. Let's talk about it. Now let me get these off so I can pause the camera. There we go. So Creed 2 is the sequel to Creed, one of my favorite movies of 2015. Like most people. Quick thoughts on the first Creed. I love the movie. I think it's really, really well done. It's well shot. Ryan Coogler was great as a director. Michael B. Jordan kills it in that movie. It was really great. I really loved Creed 1. Then Creed 2 is coming around, and when I saw the trailers, I was like, well, it looks amazing. It's Creed 2! Note this, I haven't watched Rocky before, like any of the Rocky movies before. Never have, just never interested me. I've never been that interested in boxing. I watched Creed because it was considered better than Rocky, and I was like, if it is, then I'm going to watch it. Then I watched it so I could watch this one, and I was like, yeah, really liked it. And I was really excited for this movie. One thing that might have shadowed out my excitement for this movie would have been Ralph Breaks the Internet, which, like, it would have really shadowed out the excitement for this movie. But yeah, now I've seen it, so let's talk about it. Alright, let's just get the obvious out of the way again. Michael B. Jordan is so good at acting. Look, this has been his, like, the last few years have been his, they've been his time. It was like, he did Fantastic, and people were like, and he's like, alright, fine, I'll do Creed, and we're all like, oh my god, where was this guy? Then I don't know what he did in 2016, he probably did something. Then in 2018, or 2017, I don't know what he did in 2016 or 2017. There's something he did and I'm forgetting it, and I'm gonna feel embarrassed for forgetting it. Then in 2018 he came around and he was all Black Panther, and we were all like, well, Black Panther, well, he's great as Killmonger in Black Panther. He's really well done in that movie. Then Creed 2 is coming around, and I was like, he's going to be great in this movie, and this is probably the best I've ever seen him. No joke. Better than Creed, better than Black Panther. He's the best. He's best in this movie. In fact, everyone's great in this movie. Once again, Sylvester Stallone is great. Whoever played Drago in the Rocky 4. No, I have seen a lot of Rocky 4, because I wanted to see Rocky 4 before this one. No, I know kind of this is going to kind of spoil Rocky. This review is going to kind of spoil Rocky 4, so if you haven't seen that, you haven't seen the trailer for this movie, then you don't know what happens in the movie. You just know this review is going to spoil Rocky 4. Great? Okay. Of course, the premise of this movie is that Ivan Drago, the son of Victor Drago, the guy who killed Adonis Creed, no, not Adonis, Apollo Creed, years ago, about 30 years ago, has now signed a challenge, and he's challenged Adonis Creed, who's now at the top. He's really getting there. He's a challenge. He's a champion now. So then they're like, okay, so yeah. Then there's this big fight. The one thing I really liked out of this movie, and I'll explain this later, but when the actual fight happens in this movie, it's way better than the fight in Creed. Look, I know the fight in Creed was good, but the thing about the fight in Creed was there wasn't insane venom there. Like, they didn't like each other, but that was so they would get really pumped up for the fight. But they felt like more of a respectful thing. Here, it's like, it's all about Apollo Creed's death. This is all around that. And you can feel the venom while watching the fight. And the fight is intense. I felt like sick when the fight starts in this movie. It is great. Yeah, the fight is great in this movie. I'm going to talk a bit more spoiler. I don't know if I'm going to do a full spoiler review. I might, but I don't know. But I will talk about more spoiler stuff later in this review. But yeah, let me just get right out of the park. Let's state the obvious. This movie is great. How great it is? Well, let me just label some movies this year that it's better than. A Quiet Place, Searching, The Hate You Give. What else was so great this year? Oh yeah, it's actually better than the first Creed. It's better than Black Panther. It's better than Ready Player One, First Man. What else did I not say? Incredibles 2. Oh my god, yes! Better than Ralph Breaks the Internet! I'm sick of saying that these movies are my favorite of the year, but this one is going on the top 10 best. For sure. Look, if this one doesn't make it onto the top 10 best, a stream of insane movies happen. But, yeah. This is not only in my 10 favorite movies of the year right now, this is in my top 5 favorite movies of the year. This movie was freaking fantastic. Yes! This movie was so good. Yes. God, how do you review a movie that just does everything right? Just nothing bad. There's nothing bad about this movie. It's one of those movies that you're just like, you were that good. Look, this year has been disappointing. I'm gonna be honest. Look, let's just go over some movies that were very disappointing this year. What was the first one that really disappointed me? A Wrinkle in Time ended up being incredibly disappointing for me. Wanted so much out of the movie, got nothing out of it. Let's see. Pacific Rim Uprising, disappointing AF. That one was really disappointing. There have been a bunch of disappointing movies this year. Rampage. There have been a couple of surprising ones, but then I'm just going to go over the last few months. What movies in the last few months did I want to be good? Oh, for God's sake, Venom I wanted to be good. Jeez, that movie disappointed. There was also... what else actually happened? Oh, yeah. Okay, Venom was bad. It was very disappointing for me. Actually, that was the only one I was really that disappointed by that month. Yeah, it was the only one I was really super disappointed by. But November, God, this month has been disappointing. It's been like... I wanted more out of... I'm gonna be honest, I wanted more out of Bohemian Rhapsody than I got. I didn't get everything I wanted to get, but I still like that movie. Nutcracker in the Four Realms was disappointing to me, even though I didn't expect anything out of it. What was next? The Grinch was even disappointing for me, too. Like, really? Like, it was worse than I thought. Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald is up there with the most disappointing movies of all time. Then I saw Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I was like, goodness, that was great. Then I saw Creed, and I was like, goodness, that was also really great. I haven't seen a movie this year. It's just so technically well done. Like, just so good. It's just so golden and good. It's just so... everything. Okay, let's talk about some other things in this movie. I'll think about something. Jeez, what do I say? This movie has a dark tone to it. It definitely does. It is a more venomous, dark tone movie. It's very intense. In the final fight of this movie, you're just like, come on. Even though you know what's going to happen. This movie is not necessarily that unpredictable. That is my main problem with this movie. It's a bit predictable. That is it. It's not like Incredibles 2, where it's like just a bit predictable. Because in this movie, I was thinking, this is probably how it's going to go. The Incredibles 2 is like, that is exactly how it's going to go. That is what I thought while watching Incredibles 2. This one, I was like, might be how it goes. There were a couple ideas. I thought some things would be cool, but it didn't. What they didn't do didn't happen. But I'm happy that they didn't do them, just because I'm happy with the product we got. Like, by the end of this movie, I was just like, I wanted to get up and start cheering and just, yes. I'm not going to say if I've seen the other Rocky movies, I know I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I probably think Creed 2 is the best Rocky movie of all time. I'm going to watch the Rocky movies one day, but one thing a lot of people reviewers have been saying is, no Creed 3. I really don't want Creed 3, because we just get Creed 1 and Creed 2. It's this epic series of Creed 1, while being a great movie on its own, is building up to what Creed 2. It builds up to Creed 2, then Creed 2 just... it punches you, and it is epic and awesome. It's intense. It's violent. It's really well done. You can feel intense emotions while watching it. Look, I didn't do what I did with Ralph Breaks the Internet. I did end up doing like the... Alright, I'm gonna grab. But this one's very close to Ralph Breaks the Internet. I'm not saying it's like right as good as Ralph Breaks the Internet. No, it is neck to neck with Ralph Breaks the Internet. Both movies I really loved, but this one I think I liked more. It's awesome. It's just great. It's just everything I wanted Creed 2 to be. Because in the end, Creed 3 doesn't need to happen. Creed 1 and 2 can stand on their own as great movies. This is a fantastic movie with fantastic visuals, fantastic characters, phenomenal acting. It's just top-notch movie. It's just what I want movies to be, only not really, because now they're not as good. It's so happy to see this month. Like, it's not I was really, like, lately, I think a lot of people have been saying that they were excited for Creed 2 until movies recently have just started disappointing again and again, and they were just like, I don't know. Like, please be good. And then we were all like, hey, mind-blowingly, this movie's good. I think I've been watching reviews about Creed 2, watching reviews of Raphael's Internet, I'm thinking the same thing Jeremy Johns thought. I liked this movie a lot more than you did. And that's exactly what I thought. This movie was great. It was well shot, well directed. This is one of my favorite movies, maybe of all time. But like I said at the beginning, I'm sorry, but there is this one little problem that occurs within this movie. That is that the what was it again? It is somewhat predictable. And that is why I can't give it the business of the 10 out of 10 rating. Again, we're not going to get another 10 out of 10 this year, I know that. But I will give this movie a freaking solid 9 out of 10. It could have been 10, it didn't end up being 10, I'm mad, but whatever. What do you guys think on Creed 2? Green Book review on Friday, maybe some other stuff this break, I don't know. I think I'm going to rank Harry Potter tomorrow, because I need to do that. So maybe later today, I have a frick ton of time today, so this is like early in the day. What do you guys think on Creed 2? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We got some more stuff. Bye. My reviews keep going over 10 minutes long, and I don't care because I keep seeing either bad movies I need to talk about for 10 minutes or great movies I need to gush about for 10 minutes. Bye.